Hi, our names are Nikki, Ananya, Devina, and Arianna, and we are high school seniors at Morris County School of Technology in Denville, New Jersey. Chapter number 12111.
Just about every 1 in 10 Americans suffer from diabetes or prediabetes. I am familiar with this statistic as I am one of the many sufferers of type 1 diabetes. Last year, my team and I had a successful trip to the HOSA International Leadership Conference. While our time in Florida was great, we eventually had to take a flight back to New Jersey. As we were approaching Newark Airport, we hit turbulence and I instantly became nauseous. While this typically wouldn't be an issue beyond the discomfort of the situation, my blood sugar was dropping low. I knew that I had to raise my blood sugar levels, but it was difficult for me to keep food down. The situation was miserable for everyone involved, and we were wondering why there wasn't a better way for diabetics to raise their blood sugar levels.
And that's why we invented GlucoGo, the first nasal spray for non-severe hypoglycemia. GlucoGo is a metered dose inhaler that contains a powdered form of glucose. It is a simple and non-invasive way to raise blood sugar during non-severe hypoglycemia, also known as low blood sugar.
So, who will benefit from this? GlucoGo is primarily for diabetics and anyone who suffers from non-diabetic hypoglycemia. Through research, we have found how widespread this epidemic truly is. The Diabetes Research Foundation reports that 34.2 million people in the United States have diabetes, with just about 235,000 emergency room visits occurring for hypoglycemia alone. Many of these visits could have been prevented if there was a simple way to treat the low before it became severe.
Let's take a step back. To understand how our product works, it's important to understand what happens during a diabetic episode. When we eat, food raises our blood sugar levels. A hormone called insulin, which is produced in the pancreas, converts the sugar into energy, which then lowers our blood sugar levels. Diabetics are either unable to produce insulin or are unable to absorb it, which means that they need medications or insulin injections to compensate. When someone has too little or too much insulin in their system, their body produces glucagon, a hormone that raises blood sugar levels. Diabetics are either unable to produce or absorb glucagon, so instead of entering homeostasis, they enter hypoglycemia.
Non-severe hypoglycemia is typically treated with juice and food, or glucose tablets. Unfortunately, these treatment options are not feasible if the user is sick, nauseous, or fasting. Additionally, glucose tablets are filled with artificial dyes and are extremely sweet and can lead to tooth decay. Severe hypoglycemia can be treated with a glucagon injection. These are painful and require training to administer. For non-severe hypoglycemia, an option is mini-dosing, which means giving small amounts of the glucagon. This formula is only sustainable for 24 hours when mixed, meaning it is a waste of medication and money for mini-dosing. The newest option is Baqsimi. It is a nasal inhalant of glucagon, but it delivers a large dosage of the glucagon, meaning it only treats severe hypoglycemia. Thus, it is not practical for everyday use.
GlucoGo combines the best of these technologies to create an innovative way to treat non-severe hypoglycemia by being faster acting, simple, and painless to use.
GlucoGo is especially helpful when a diabetic is fasting. Our product will allow a person with diabetes to not break fast, whether it's for religious reasons, for blood work, or even for surgery. GlucoGo is beneficial because it can be used when the user is unable to eat. This can be due to nausea, illness, sporting events, or fasting for medical, surgical, or religious reasons.
GlucoGo is also great for everyday use. As a diabetic, there are many times when I don't want to use conventional treatment because I just brushed my teeth or had sweets earlier. While they seem like small problems, they impact every diabetic. GlucoGo will surely improve the quality of lives for diabetics who face taxing medical situations 24/7.
This product is extremely easy and convenient to use. After identifying his or her dosage, the user will remove the cap, place the nozzle up one nostril, and then push the top portion down while inhaling in through the nose, releasing the formula into the nose. This procedure should not be repeated into the second nostril. The nose is a convenient route for the glucagon to come in contact with the mucous membranes, which allow quick absorption into the bloodstream. Once the glucagon has entered the system, the cells can essentially take in the glucagon and convert them to energy. This causes an increase in blood glucose levels and allows the user to re-enter a state of homeostasis.
GlucoGo is available in 2 doses, child and adult. Anyone aged 15 and older should take a single 15-unit dose. Anyone below the age of 15 should take the same amount of units as their age. For example, a 10-year-old will take 10 units. GlucoGo is small and can be carried by the user at all times. It should be kept out of extreme cold or heat and avoid moisture to keep the formula stable and inactive. The adult GlucoGo will contain 10 doses of 15 units and will cost $45. GlucoGo is sold over the counter and does not require a prescription from an endocrinologist.
On the topic of endocrinologists, they would be responsible for informing their patients about GlucoGo. Diabetes educators would have to teach users and their caregivers how to administer the product.
While we hope to one day find a cure for diabetes, I still struggle to manage this disease every day. A product like GlucoGo would greatly improve my quality of life, as it would help me feel prepared for any situation, even if it is hypoglycemia while thousands of feet above the ground.
Love to bring GlucoGo to the market so we can help improve Arianna's life and the life of countless others by treating non-severe hypoglycemia quickly, painlessly, and conveniently.
We are looking forward to the day where people don't have to fear the low, thanks to GlucoGo.